my dear brothers and sisters. In today's Gospel, the very first sentence, the apostles came to Jesus and asked him, increase our faith. Right motive, right perspective. And that was really suiting to the title that was given to them, that they were apostles. Increase our faith. And today's reflection, I would like to dwell only on this theme of what the disciples, what the apostles asked Jesus. What did they mean? What were they asking? And that should bring us to the question that we need to address ourselves. You are here in the church and you are participating in this Mass. What do you ask from the Lord? What do you want from the Lord? The right question is, what is my motive behind coming here? Why am I here? Certainly, we have to be very honest. In general situation, what we are asking is, grant me some favor. I'm in need of something, and that something has become so much part of my life that I'm here. So I'm here in order that my needs are fulfilled, something that I need at this moment, and therefore I'm here. Let us be very honest, and I'm not the exception. All of us are sailing in the same boat. But see the exception from these apostles. They asked Jesus, increase our faith. So the question is, what is faith? Faith, as we know from our catechism, faith is a gift from God. Whom do we offer gift? We offer gift to the one whom we love, in whom or with whom we have a relationship. And for us, simply faith means God has a relationship with me. God is interested in me. And God has taken the initiative to call me and to be part of His plan. That is faith. Because God is interested, because He loves me, He needs me. In our terms, in our understanding, we always say, I love you because I need you. But see the expression from the part of God, because He loves us, He needs us. He needs us doesn't mean, because we can take it in other sense, God needs me, therefore He is doing a favor to me. But no, God needs us because He wants us to be in relationship with Him. He wants us to experience His love and protection. This week, we have had two important feasts. One was the feast of archangels, Michael, Raphael. And these archangels, on this feast, what is being taught by the church? That God is protecting us. That God is with us. And that famous question that St. Paul asked, when God is with us, who can be against us? Today is the feast of guardian angels. Because it is Sunday, we have kept it aside. But guardian angels, God has a plan for each one of us. And in faith, we have to realize that God has a plan for me, for you. And in order to fulfill this plan, accomplish it, God has appointed a guardian angel. And we are well protected especially when we feel very low, when we feel that God has fallen away from our life. In today's first reading, the prophet Habakkuk, he was called by God, but when he began his mission, he felt totally left out, lost. And he's asking God, why have you chosen me? Why have you sent me? What I see is only darkness. No hope. I'm losing my patience. And what did God tell him? Patience. Have patience. I'm with you. The fact that I have called you, I have a purpose. But patience is something that we lack. In today, in our life, in the life of others, very often we feel this vacuum. We feel emptiness. There is nothing wrong to feel that vacuum, to feel that God is missing from my life. It's only because lack of faith. I need to check that my faith is in right perspective. We know in the Gospels, unlike what the apostles asked today, increase our faith, because they realized that often they fail to the temptations. When Peter came and asked Jesus, we have given up everything. We have given up our household, our business, all that we had, we gave up for you. What are we going to get? And what was response of Jesus? That he told Peter specifically, you will participate in the death that I'm going to suffer. And that is a reward that you will get. My dear brothers and sisters, in other passage, when two disciples, they came to Jesus, John and James, and they asked, can you make an arrangement, kind of reservation already? One at the right, another fellow at the left. My dear brothers and sisters, the apostles were falling in the line, in the same worldview, same mentality that all of us, we carry on in our life. We have this in our life, and very often we struggle, we go through this crisis. And Jesus gives us a right perspective by giving us the example of a person who was put to work in the farm. He finishes his work, he comes back home. He doesn't expect that my owner would say immediately, forget about everything. You have worked hard, now come and eat with me. If he comes with that expectation, and if it doesn't happen, what happens is, he's totally shattered. What kind of owner is this? He doesn't see my situation. I have worked the whole day. What I'm asking is a kind of recognition for the hard work that I have done. So Jesus says, don't expect. If it happens, leave it to the owner. But if it doesn't happen, be steady, accept it. And that's the way your life becomes meaningful. Your life becomes happy. You become happy. Because when you expect, when you increase your expectations, and when they are not fulfilled, so much of disappointment. So many people are disappointed in life. The other day, an elderly person met me. First, I thought that he's coming from a very good family, well-settled family, has two sons who are settled down in their life. And the man, at one point of time, said, you know, Father, I have everything. I have my sons who are well settled, married, but I'm not happy in life. I said, what is wrong? And he told me, see, they have everything, but they don't need me now. I feel unwanted in my family. My dear brothers and sisters, it's not just the man who came to me, but so many of us, we feel left out. And what is the problem? The problem is something is wrong in our relationship of faith. Sometimes we feel that God is absent in our life. I've been praying and I'm so faithful, but God is absent. God has forgotten me. God never forgets. Right relationships will never lose its significance. What is important is my perspective, the way I look at it. If I expect something and it doesn't happen, then I feel so shattered, so hopeless. Then you may ask me a question, should we not make any expectations? And my response is, if you want to be sad, make expectations. But if you want to be happy, then get away from this. Today, we also remember Mahatma Gandhiji's death anniversary. And he has a beautiful quotation. I liked it very much. Mahatma Gandhiji once said that when I go to sleep, every night I go to sleep, I die. And in the morning when I wake up, I am reborn. It has a very deep, profound meaning. That means when I go to sleep, I surrender myself in the hands of God. Let God take care of everything. I have done my duty. No expectations. I get a sound sleep. And when I get up in the morning, I am reborn. That is what the Lord wants us to be. To be reborn every day. Life is so beautiful. But sometimes because of our misplaced priorities, we make our life miserable. I don't know whether you will agree with me. But this is a fact of our life. We have everything, but still we are not happy in life. Our life is not a joyful experience. Make it a joyful experience. That is what the Lord wants. And therefore, the only tool that we have in our hand is the deep faith in God. In God, every need is fulfilled. With that deep faith, that profound relationship with God. If I am in right relationship with God, everything else will fall in its place. Let us pray today for this right relationship with God, this profound faith that my Lord is everything for me and He takes care of me through different means. Today, as we celebrate Feast of Guardian Angels, the Lord has made provision for each one of us and He is guarding us. We are well protected, well guarded, and well directed. Let us believe in God.